You know what I always find very interesting is when I look at the top performing tank in World of Tanks Blitz. A couple months ago, I had a poll on my channel where I asked you guys, what is the worst performing vehicle in Blitz? And you all told me the mouse. You said that is the least influential tank in the game. That was voted by you as the worst tank. And what's funny is that, believe it or not, the mouse has the highest average win rate for any player in their garage right now. Statistically, if you have a mouse in your garage, you are going at 2.6% higher win rate in this vehicle than you are doing in any other tank in your garage, respective to your win rate. Which is so weird, because I do have to agree, the mouse is one of those tanks that really struggles. It really struggles if you don't know what you're doing. And even if you do know what you're doing, it is so incredibly team-based that it can be very hard to enjoy this tank sometimes, right? So in today's video, we're going to play in the mouse, and we're going to see how it works out. Ooh, a great map to start off with. Middleburg. Basically, I am hoping that my team, I don't even know. I mean, first of all, the enemy team appears to have just a flat better lineup. They have a Super Conk, an Object 260, and a VK90. And what do we get? We get me and a mouse, a Stridsvon K, and a 752. So they get 4 heavies, we get 3. Oh, great. And our team, I don't know what our team's doing, bro. Oh, what is our team doing? I mean, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this. That's what I'm going to do. Now, this is awful. This is awful. This is the problem with the mouse, right? You're in this big old super heavy, and you go 25. And that's it. That's your game. You go 25, and we have to climb up a hill. I've said this in the past. All Wargaming had to do to balance out Middleburg was flatten the hill. If they flattened out this hill, then they can leave the top part the same. There can still be terrain and all that. But if you didn't have to climb up this hill, it would make Middleburg so much more fair. But the problem is, you're in a vehicle like the mouse, which takes 8 years to get up here. And then by the time you get here, half the time the enemy team's already in position and you can't move up because you're so freaking slow. The mouse is a town fighter. That's the whole point of the tank, is to side scrape and use its armor to town fight. And yet, here we are in a tank that literally can't do that because of the way the game's designed. Yep, there you go. Already gotten bled once. Right through my turret cheek. Nothing I can do about that. Got a VK90. We got a Super Conk. What do I do about this? Like, bruh. This is so lame. But this is why I personally do agree that the mouse is one of the worst tanks to play in Tier 10. Because this is the kind of situation you get stuck in where... Oh, great. And there it is. Unspotted 183 in the back. Wow, we've already bled over 1,000 health. Oh my god. Wow. Just wow. I have no words. There's no words to describe the disappointment that I have right now for this tank. Well, there you go. We get a whopping 170 damage. That'll be my gameplay. That will be my gameplay today, is HEing our opponents, I guess. Oh, VK90 just yep. Oh, this is definitely something. That's really the best way to describe it. It's definitely something. Oh, let's angle the mouse. Oh, look at that. We got a bounce. We track the VK90 again. Oh, don't worry. We got a 2.6. Oh, how fun. Yep, there you go. Isn't this fun, guys? This is really... Woo, I love the mouse. It's a great tank. It's truly remarkable. Wow. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do here? Like, legit, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? My team just screws me and leaves, and that's the mouse. I don't understand how this is the top performing tank in Tier 10. I really don't. And you can't say skill issue in chat. You can't say, oh, you positioned your tank poorly. Where the fuck? Oh boy, can't wait to see the post-game results, guys. Wow, look at that great team. 0 damage, 183. My other 183 did a whopping 500 damage. It's just, like... I told you exactly what was going to happen right at the beginning. I climb up the hill at 20 kilometers per hour, and I am too slow to make an impact, because by the time I get to the hill, the entire enemy team is already in a hull down position. I can't fight a Super Conk because it'll crap on me. VK90 gets away with just YOLOing. The whole team got away with YOLOing because my team just left me. Like, I don't know. I seriously do not understand how this is the top performing tank in Blitz. It's remarkable to me. It really is remarkable to me. But I think what it says is just how bad the average player in this game is. My understanding to why this vehicle is the top performer is simply down to the fact that the average player is so incredibly bad that they are more influential when they can't kill themselves immediately, and they're a big HP chunk for the team. That's my thought process behind it. So we have the 183 in the back, and there you go, 455. That's something. Probably not going to be able to shoot the 183 again. I'm going to put on my adrenaline. No, I'm not going to be able to. I was kind of hoping I would, but obviously that was not the case. But that's fine. We're going to sit in the base. This is your very skillful mouse gameplay here. This is what you do on mines in a Super Heavy. You sit in the base. And the reason why is because... Oh, let's see if we can get another... that probably did hit the 183. The reason you cap the base is because it forces the enemy to push you, right? Right now, the enemy team's looking at that base cap, and it's just going up and up and up. Oh, we did hit that 183. Nice. And, like, what's the enemy team going to do? We're up to 60 now. They're going to have to start pushing sometime. Oh, you're finally going to go for it. Well, there you go. 70 on the base cap. Uh-huh. Look at that. See the panic in the enemy team as now they start to push? There we go. We got a bounce. Oh, you missed. Oh, we missed. Oh, darn. Oh, we got reset. What will I ever do? But look at this. Look at this entire lemming train of vehicles that have now tried to YOLO over here. It'd be great if my IS-7 didn't, like, sit side on. Yeah. Oh, there you go. But we can see exactly how you big brain with the mouse sometimes, right? This is one of those games where capping the base has actually given our team a huge advantage. Like, absolutely huge. They still have to push. If they don't push, they lose. There you go. Easy shot into the Marat. Look at this. Look at their team. They're just panicked. And I don't really care if they reset. I really don't. There you go. Come on, shoot me. Pen me. Pen me. Okay, good. I didn't want to win on base cap. I really don't. But maybe the enemy team hasn't realized this yet. But they're kind of cooked at this point. They are kind of cooked at this point. There you go. Nice 450. Now, I don't know why our Foch is capping the base. But, oh well. Guess we can try and get a shell into the VK90 at this point. Got the 183 in the back, and the VK's just gonna die. Oh well. Bro gets lit on fire, doesn't even repair it. Well, there you have it. There's your super exciting mouse gameplay, guys. I capped a base. Whoa! How truly incredible. I probably didn't do much damage. I did okay, 2,900. I guess that's alright. So, you can see that sometimes the mouse can do well. That game, I was able to make an influence because the map was small enough that I could put myself in the base cap and force the enemy team to push me. And that's where you can do well, right? If you're in a tank that's meant for holding, and you have buildings that you can side scrape on, which is exactly what I had in the mouse, I was able to do completely fine. The problem is, most of the maps in Blitz do not have buildings that you can side scrape on. Like Nube, for example. You think to yourself, oh, it's a town. The whole map is literally based off of New York. You easily have spots you can side scrape. Really? Do you? Because last time I checked, Nube has a park, which is all hull down, and actually has no situations that you can actually work. Like, oof, that camo looks absolutely tragic on the Chieftain. But yeah, let's head over here. We'll see what we can do. I don't know. Like, where do you side scrape in the mouse on this map? There really isn't any spots. And once again, it shows that, like, you're in a tank, which is meant to use its side scraping potential, and you can't. But we'll see. We'll see how the mouse does. The mouse does still have a lot of health, and it does have decent DPM, and a solid amount of alpha. We got the E5, we got a lot of tanks over here. I'm just going to cross this, angle my turret. Oh, great. We got the E3 just sitting in the open. I'm going to aim it on the E3. Aiming, and there you go. Nice 448 into his track wheel. Put on our adrenaline. It's the one thing that sucks about the E3, and that is its reverse speed. Oh, can we not? There you go. Another nice shot. We do get shot in the track, which obviously sucks a bit, but we're completely fine. Aiming on the E3 again. There you go. Okay. Classic. Very, very classic there. You know what's funny is that I am actually in a situation where even though that E3 is a lot less health, it's still a massive threat due to the hull-down prowess it features. There you go. Nice HE into the grill. We got the 57 heavy here, and... okay, there's one pen into me. Now, this situation is actually fine, because while this 57 heavy is clipping me, and, you know, he'd probably pen this, because, again, the armor on this tank is utterly useless. Like, it really is not good armor. But the thing is that while we may not feature armor, what we do feature is just a boatload of HP, right? 57 heavy full clips me, E3 shoots me, and yet we still have plenty of health left in this game. We get an easy clearing shell into the E3, and as you can see, I'm still pretty healthy here. Oh, 183 is going to try and poke us, just going to angle the turret. And what are you going to do? Well, I can tell you what you're going to do. You're going to die. Get out of here. So, I mean, yes. Is the mouse a bad tank? No. I don't think it is a bad tank. But the problem, in my opinion, with this vehicle is that it is so heavily... Okay. I have no words for my RNG sometimes really just... It impresses even me. Flat rear of a VK90 and it bounces. Like, that's pretty impressive. But the problem with the mouse is just that the gun and the armor do not work most of the time you play it. And because of that, it puts you in a very, very awkward situation where you get to suffer at the expense of your team, right? So we're going to move up here. We're going to see if we can get a shell into the T100. There we go. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Loading an HE. There you go. Low rolls, but we leave him on 1 hit point. I'm not going to get mad, though. We actually ended up dealing 4,300 damage in this game. Not obviously able to get the clear on the T100, but our team does. So, what do I have to say about the mouse? Do I think it's a good tank? Do I think it's a bad tank? Here's the problem. When you get onto a situation like that Middleburg game, you're screwed. You're screwed, right? That's the problem. You get certain games like this one and the Mines one where you can do well. If you use the DPM and you push, right? The armor's useless. The armor is effectively useless on this tank. I blocked 260 damage. It doesn't matter how well you angle it. I have a friend, Dinos, who's always like, oh, you're just not angling it right. I'm like, no, you just can't do anything against 380 millimeters of calibrated from a 57 heavy. It will pen your turret cheek every shot. If it's not shooting your turret, it'll pen your upper plate. It's just, you don't have the armor in this tank to get bounces. Against morons, sure, you'll get bounces. But against people that have half a brain cell, are loading Cali, and have gold, they're going to pen you every single shot. And it seems like most players are smart enough to do that nowadays. So, you know, you're stuck in a situation like that. Really the best way to use the mouse is to push, use your HP and your DPM to bleed out the enemy. They're going to be loading gold, which means that your health is even higher. So effectively you have close to 4,000 health in this vehicle, and people are spamming gold at you. And in return, you have 2,700 DPM and a lot of HP, right? So I think that the mouse can do well. But in reality, do I think this is a good tank? It's just, there's so many maps right now. Dead Rail, Port Bay, you have Normandy, and we also have Middleburg, where it's just fully down to where the team goes. If the enemy team has hull down vehicles on any of those maps, you're basically screwed. If your team does not have as much holding potential, you're screwed. So, I don't know. You guys can let me know your personal feelings about this tank, but it's back and forth. I do see why it can do well, but I also just... I don't love playing in this tank, especially when there's just vehicles like the VK90, which I consider to be flat better. But hey, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.